scream, go! Woo! Good job, guys. Good job. All right, I tried. Now, as we do every conference, I try and do something different, try and mix it up. I did want to try and do a live podcast for this one. However, my podcast partner, Shania, just had a baby. So we've given her a little bit of space because we know how important it is to be a mother in this industry, as majority of everyone is female. I don't have kids myself. So when I hear feedback from the conferences from people saying, can we please talk about being a mother and running a business? Because it is very, very hard. I'm one of the last people in my life that don't have a child, so I listen, okay? I listen. So today, what I have done is I have asked 4 beautiful women that contribute to this industry a lot. I've asked them if they would like to be a part of a panel. So instead of doing an educational seminar, we are going to talk about being a mum in business. Now, also on top of that, what I've made sure is that each of these mums are prolific in a different area of business. So we have Lauren, as we all know. Lauren, would you like to come to the side of the stage? You don't have to come up yet, I was just trying to introduce. No, come. I'm just ad-libbing, guys, so if I fuck up, it's fine. Lauren is a successful salon owner and she is a business coach. We all know her from doing her Salon Goals program, which is constantly sold out. So I'll welcome Lauren on stage. There we go. Welcome, Lauren. Now, another beautiful friend of mine, Lucy Pallot, owns Lash Rescue. Have you all heard of Lash Rescue? If you don't, buy it, put it in your salon, come on. Now, I asked Lucy to be a part of this because she is in the e-commerce space, so a different area to owning a lash salon, so I thought we could get different perspectives on what contributes to the mother business thing. See where I'm going with this? No? Yeah? See? Yeah? Okay. Welcome, Lucy. Now, Bridget Doherty could not be here because she has just given birth to a beautiful baby girl, so we are giving her time. However, she introduced me to a lovely mother called Christina, who owns Mislitlyn Beauty, and she has her new brand, the Lash Sisterhood, which is the apparel outside, which we're excited to have. Welcome, Christina, to come to the stage. I'll just keep talking to not make it awkward. And last but not least, we have our beautiful MC and CEO of Prolong Lash, Jodi Harrison, which will be finalising our panel for today. So please give it up for Jodi. There you go. All right, so today what we've done is a few months ago, I put out a bit of a questionnaire on my Instagram stories asking you guys what questions you wanted to know about motherhood and business. So I've narrowed it down and we've done, I need that clicker I think now. Where am I? Oh, there it is. Hang on a sec. Whoopsies. So we narrowed it down. We won't take up too much of your time, but I thought this would be a bit interesting so you guys had a bit more comfort in knowing that you could ask people that have had experience being a mum and in business. So the questions we've got up today are just touching on different subjects, and what I'll do is obviously the question will be up there, and the mic will just pass around from right to left. Yeah, that's right. Hang on, wait. Yeah, okay. My brain doesn't work today, just leave me alone. All right, so the first question on the board is, how do you involve your family in your business or decision-making processes, if at all? We'll start with Lauren and then we'll work our way down.
Oh, first.
You'll be right.
Ooh.
Don't worry, I'll get you a margarita at lunch, it's fine.
I know, I think that's why I'm a bit jittery. I am actually a very stubborn, headstrong person, and luckily enough, I've found a husband that just lets me do pretty much whatever I want. So I don't really involve them. I just go and do what I want. I don't know if this is the right answer or what, but I obviously, when I first started out, when I said to my husband, okay, well, let's open a shop, let's open a salon, I needed a business loan because I had no money. And I had to borrow $25,000 from the bank, which at the time was a massive amount of money for me. And I had to actually go to the bank with him. And I only got the loan because he was safe. He was on wages, still is, but yeah, he had a job. And, you know, I remember the lender saying, oh, you're lucky you've got a husband with a good job, because, we don't normally, extend loans for, actually, it wasn't even like a proper business loan. It was like a line of credit or something like that. But anyway, yeah, so I did have to involve him then, but since then I've pretty much worn the pants, called the shots. Yeah. Your turn, Lucy.
I actually involve my kids with packing my orders a lot because one is not in daycare and the other one is at home with me 3 days a week as well. So if you do order from me, sometimes you will get a little scribble on your box. She does like to sign the AusPost forms to say that there's no dangerous goods. So if you do have a little scribble, that's from my little girl, Lottie. But my partner kind of stays out of it. He doesn't know what he's talking about when it comes to this. But yeah, it is a struggle sometimes to try and involve them, but then not involve them enough. So, yeah.
Can I just say that there is such a diverse in women here when our age groups in children are a lot different. So I know that Jodi and Lauren's is a little bit older, when me and Lucy, under the age of 6. So it's a huge fundamental for me to involve my family, because the dynamic of my family comes first before the business, and that's just a little bit different on my end, because they're still young and they need that, they depend on me a little bit more. So effective communication with both me and my partner, who is here today, and ensuring that we have that meeting, but also having that boundary to ensure that professionalism is there, as well as balancing out that mum life can be a little bit daunting. But in saying that, I think you just ride with the waves and you take each step of the day, whether if you want to involve them or not. I think everyone is a little bit different, but in my perspective, with my kids being under the age of 6, they are the main pivot of my decision making in my business. Yeah.
I'm sharing with you. I'm going to keep it really quick because we've got a few questions, but my kids are 23 and 18. So I've been a CEO for 25 years in different industries, and I've always included my kids. I'm a single mum. I've always included my kids in all decisions. I think it's really important for kids to understand and for you to be transparent what you're doing with your days when you're not with them. So it's really important that they know that you're a businesswoman or a businessman or a parent as well. I don't think there's any use hiding what you do during the day, and the more that you teach them from a young age, the more respect they have for you, the more respect they have for themselves, and the more credible they start to their schooling will reflect. My kids' schooling has reflected me bringing home my work and saying, okay, today this happened, how would you have handled it? So my daughter wants to get into a similar field, and my son is studying global economics, and that's half the reason is because I constantly talk to them about decision making in business.
Amazing. Thank you.
Yes, that's a good one.
Next one. Yeah, absolutely. Can you share some strategies you found effective in managing your time effectively between work and family commitments?
I'm sure that Sarah's going to agree with me that I am just all over the shop. I'm very lucky. I have a husband that, again, he does a lot of the running around after my kids, but I have also grown my business to a place where I don't need to be there every day. I don't actually really need to be there at all. I'm the lowest income earner on my team in the salon. So I am free to drop kids off, drop them at activities before school, after school, do things on the weekend. I can go pick them up during the day if they're sick and things like that. And both my kids are at school. My daughter is in year 7, so she's 13 in a couple of weeks. Please send positive thoughts my way. And my son is 10, but yeah, that, you know, the school still calls and says, can you come pick them up? Even though my husband did say to them, you know, can you please call me first? They still always call the mum. Like, what age are we living in? But anyway, yeah, so we're a team. The four of us, and my dogs, the six of us, we're a team. So we work together and we just do the best we can. It's a bit of a shit show most weeks, but we get it done, we fit it in, and we support each other. And yeah, there's no magic formula, sorry, but yeah, that's how we do it.
Yeah, I totally agree. The reason why I work this job is because I want to be able to spend the weekends with my kids, and I want to be able to go and pick them up from school and be at those events that I don't need to be at work all the time, because I'm an e-commerce brand. So the orders come in when I'm sleeping, which is great, and I only need to allocate half the day to doing my stuff, and then the rest is with the kids. I've actually got ADHD as well, so that does not mix in very well when you're running a business and you're a mum. So I've found that a really good strategy is I actually made a template on Canva and I print it out every single morning, and I am to the hour of what I need to get done in order of priority. So in the morning, I would have dropped the kids off at kinder and one at daycare, and then for 2 hours I'm doing this, and then for the rest I'm doing that. And I find that that really helps me prioritise my time. Otherwise, I would be all over the shop and I'd finish one thing and then I'd go to the next one. So I think it's obviously really important to have a structure every day. Otherwise, it is a shit show.
I agree, 100%. And from a person that didn't have somewhat of a routine before kids, I've really had to discipline myself, because sometimes they come first and we come second. So how I write each day as it comes. At the end of the day, my daughter this morning, she was like, "Mum, where are you going?" And she was with my stepmom, and the look on her face, she's like, "Where are you going?" And that hits me, but she knows that I will be back. I think when we are put in a situation where we are trying to establish ourselves as women and being in motherhood, there is strategies, but you also have to be comfortable with the fact that sometimes, and this is raw, that days are not going to go the way that it's supposed to be, and it is okay to feel that way. So as what Lauren and I think Jodi would say that as well, but I think as women, I think we need to look at that other side as well and say, hey, it's okay. Just chill out. Let's take the next day as it comes. So I think that's another strategy, just to be humble within yourself when it comes to situations where it could be quite, effective on your body. So at the end of the day, you just go with the flow. Yeah, yep. And discipline 100%, because when I first started, I was like, yep, I need to, now that my son's in school and he's got OT appointments, speech appointments, my son's going through all that as well, and my daughter is 2, and she's like a mini me. She's like, woo, let's go. But, the discipline within yourself and your family, and working as a team with your partner, or if you're by yourself, which I fucking give credit to women who do it by themselves. It's discipline. It is discipline within yourself to ensure that you can reach those goals throughout the day. But it's okay not to.
Yeah, that's I'm watching Alicia nod her head. Alicia is that person, so structured all day, and Alicia's the head of our marketing team, and I'm exactly the opposite. She knows my diary's got appointments for work in it, but the kids' stuff, they're kind of a bit older, so we are at different times. But there is no strategy. Be prepared to be unprepared. That's all I can say. Be prepared to be unprepared as a mum, as a businesswoman, as a friend, as a partner, as a husband, whatever you are in your relationship, be prepared to be unprepared, and it is definitely okay not to be okay. We're all exhausted at the moment. Had a bit of an incident, a couple of people in the room know. We had a video that we've sent to a few conferences in America. We do a lot of conferences in America, and this year we're having a break. It's mainly me having the break, because about 6 weeks ago I had a little breakdown, a little tanty myself, had a little sleep for about 4 days and took four weeks off work. So I was in bed for 4 days, could not move, was exhausted, just exhausted. nothing major had happened, lots of little things building up, as we know. So I took a month off work. I've never taken a month off work. And I mean, took a month off work. Self-love, self-care, went to yoga, went and saw a shrink. Happy to sit here and say, went and saw someone. Hey, I'm exhausted. Why am I so exhausted? Okay, we know menopause is around the corner when you're 56. Going through menopause, didn't take it seriously. Realise that menopause is an illness, treat it, get out, take some stuff for it. So it's okay not to be okay, it's okay to take some time out, but there is, as you said, no magical formula, but keep the kids in the loop, keep it honest, keep yourself real and take some care of yourself. That's all I can say.
All right, this mic actually works, so I'll just use this so you can keep all your mics. Okay, can you share a specific moment or experience that encapsulates the intersection between of your business and motherhood? What a question.
Yeah, that's a really...
I can just say
I
it
just
while
answered.
swearing though.
I think I just kind of answered that.
Yeah.
That was kind of the intersection for me.
So we just skip it? Do you want to skip it?
Yeah, let's skip.
All right, let's skip it because we're all hungry. How do you prioritise self-care? Oh, you just spoke about this too. I tried to keep the questions general. No, seriously, how do you prioritise self-care? Well, Lauren is diligent with the gym.
Yeah, I have definitely prioritised that in the last few years. I definitely, when I started my business, I put everything in, and I think, I don't want to cry.
I think
Okay
you
to
should.
cry.
I think you should, yeah.
Okay.
I put everything in.
Who's got tissues?
and-
Anyone got tissues?
No, because I'm going to blink it away because it's going to wreck.
Oh, okay.
So I put everything in, and because I didn't want to fail. I borrowed that $25,000 that was so much money, and I didn't want to fail, and I wanted to prove everyone wrong because everyone thought I was an idiot in my family for starting a lash salon. Like, how stupid in 2014, you know? Like, who has a specific salon that, you know, only does one thing? But I just, I really forgot myself. All I did was work, look after my kids. My son was only 10 months old when I opened my salon. And so I've gone through the young kid thing when I was working a lot in my business. And, you know, I've stopped taking care of myself. I put on a lot of weight. I had more money than I was used to having, so we just ate takeaway all the time, and I bought lunch and things like that, and stopped going to the gym, stopped exercising, didn't prioritise myself, and I lost myself at the same time because everything went into my business. But now I make sure that, you know, I actually do have a little bit of a list that I run through as well for every day.
Didn't you buy that magic whiteboard thing that you put on, that whiteboard you put on your stories? You had this massive board on your wall.
Oh, yeah, I've got a really big...
my boob's hanging out, sorry.
No, it's not. I've got a really big calendar. But, yeah, I write a lot of stuff down, and I have to tick off the steps, and I have to tick off my workout. And I have a very regimented workout schedule every week, and, you know, I stick to it, and I feel 150% on what I did, you know, 2-3 years into my business. So yes, I do make sure that I tick those things off first, and I make sure that I have time for shopping and cooking and planning and things like that. So I guess for me, that is my self-care. I'm not so much a go and have massages or facial girl or anything like that. But yeah, definitely moving and looking after myself is really, really important to me.
Self-care is probably something that I'm not really good at prioritising myself. I think because as mothers we have so many hats that we wear. We're a mother, we're supposed to be, you know, the cooks, the drivers, you know, all of that. It's sometimes really hard to take that time out for yourself, and I feel like since I had my son, he had a lot of health issues when he was born. We spent 12 weeks in hospital together, 6 weeks before and 6 weeks after he was born, and I really feel like getting that time alone for myself without him was really hard for me because I felt the guilt as well. So I definitely think the same with you. My self-care isn't going to get a massage or getting my hair done. It's sometimes being alone and walking down the aisles in the supermarket by yourself and really slow. So I think my partner's really good with knowing when I need a break, but it's really important to know that it is okay to want to be by yourself when you've got kids. And it doesn't make you a bad mother, but sometimes you need the break, and self-care is having that little break to yourself.
Yeah, no, 100%. Who's here a mum? Put your hand up. Okay, so the fundamental...
Tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired today.
Yeah,
Gets a full
I
night's
don't-
sleep, not
Where's
me.
Nicole? We need
4
some
hours
Dom
sleep
Dollar
last night.
going.
And so, self-care, at first, I'm still trying to balance out to figure out what I'm doing. I've rebirthed into a mum of 2. And my daughter, she is 2 years old. She needs me. She's going through stuff. She's a toddler. And you know about the terrible twos. Like, they're just, how you going. For me, self-care is to go to the other room, take a breather, and feeling that that's okay. And self-care, whether if you are a mum or you're trying to become a mum or a human being, is a huge priority in this business. Because at the end of the day, we put so much into our business, prioritizing our clients. We are therapists. They have a lot of, DMs, talk, all that whatnot. At the end of the day, self-care, for us to replenish our souls, we need that for sure. And that's whether you just go to the beach, soak up, ground yourself, do what you got to do. But speaking as well just as a human being, because I know I'm supposed to be talking about mothers, but everyone is here. Self-care is a must, at least once a week. And that's whether if you recharge yourself, take a breather, go in the water, go for a walk, having the strategies of, tick, tick, tick. It takes only 10 minutes for you to retrain and retrain your brain. Yeah.
Where's Nina with the 8 kids? You knew I was going to bring it up.
Yeah, what the
Stand
heck?
up, sister. Nina with the 8 kids from New Zealand, seriously. I have ultimate respect for this young lady. I met her when I was in New Zealand. So talking about work-life balance, there is none, okay? There's no secret. There's not. You either love what you're doing, and I was listening to the girls speaking today. If you love what you're doing, the balance is easier because it's like you're going to work and you like it and you actually like your job. I love my job at Pro Long Lash. I absolutely love this industry, and so my passion is my job. So that's kind of my activity. I'm okay with that. My kids are older. I know we're at different stages, but make sure you love what you're doing. If you don't love what you're doing, get out. Go and do something else. Go and get in the surf industry or go and become a hairdresser or whatever you want to do. But the best way to balance it is actually love what you do every day. I know there's going to be days where it's shit and the customers or clients are terrible, but as a rule, if you don't like going to work every day, you're never going to be able to do the work-life balance thing because you just hate 8 hours of your day or 10 hours of your day already. So you're off to a bad start. But Nina, I take my hat off to you. I met you in New Zealand and you run a successful business over there. You attend conferences, you've flown over here and you've got 8 kids. So we can do it. We're Wonder Woman. We can do it. We're Wonder Men. I don't take anything away from the Ottos and the Dereks in the room today. Derek raises his son and is the face of a massive brand. So parenting is not easy. Wherever you are, it's hard. Just know it's hard, but love what you do during the day, and that could be half your battle.
And know that you've got support no matter what.
Yeah, we've got a village. I always say this, Alicia knows, I always say this. It takes a village to raise kids, and it takes a village to look after yourself as well. Yeah. Like when I had my time out just recently, and it was just recently, I've been back at work for 3 weeks, Alicia, three weeks. So I did 13 international trips last year flying around, and while it sounds like, yeah, that sounds great, I know there'll be a few people that nod your head. It's exhausting. You're away from your kids. You're tired. You're from Australia. It's like a 3-day turnaround and you're back in Australia. Yeah, just needed to recharge my battery. And it wasn't any one particular incident. It's all incidences. And you would be feeling them every day. The dog got out or crapped on your carpet. Your daughter's had some problems at school. My daughter did get sick, and that was a big thing. But she's not the only daughter to get sick. You know, it's part of life. So things are going to happen. Things happen to all of us. It's how you deal with it. It's how you respond to it, and it's how you feel about it. But having your day at work that you enjoy is half your battle. So enjoy what you do.
Okay, we're going to finish up because we're running over time. But in one sentence, just one sentence, what advice do you have for mums who are considering starting their own businesses?
Go for it. Go.
YOLO. You're not going to die, just do it. It's fine.
Try. Just try. That's my word for the year. Try. Give it a go.
Yeah, go for it. Just go for it. Don't let, you're the only person that'll hold yourself back.
Jump. Just do it. If you're not going to do it now, when are you going to do it? And also, wine really helps. At the end of the day, it does help.
Vodka helps too.
All
Just
right.
quietly.
Give a round of applause for these lovely ladies. Thank you. Do we like this panel? Hang it up, Mark. Oh, do you want to get a photo?